trying to sell it on your own. If you are a seller that also needs to buy a home, you need to call me ASAP, as there are ways I can help you manage that situation and stay in your home until we find what you want. If you are looking to buy, you need to call me ASAP. You absolutely need someone on your side to help navigate the current waters, and you need someone that's going to do their homework and find homes that aren't on the market yet. Bottom line, you need to call me today ASAP. Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897. If you are buying, selling, or considering investing in real estate this year, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. I hope to hear from you soon, and go Vols!
With smartphones being such an integral part of our daily lives, it is truly an inconvenience when it doesn't work properly. It disrupts the normalcy of our day. When you go into the cell phone store to have it repaired, they just try to upsell you on a new phone. That's why the owner of iDrop, T. Kell, left those places and opened iDrop. His goal is a happy customer. T. Kell and the team will listen to what you have going on and work to solve the problem of your broken device in a way that best suits your needs, instead of trying to upsell you on something that you just don't need. They don't just repair phones, they can service your laptop or PC as well as your Mac. Windows 7 support is over, but iDrop can help you transition to Windows 10. They have a 5-star rating on Google with hundreds of positive reviews. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all understand how big this is. They have a 5-star rating on Google. Their customer service really speaks for itself. So if you ever find yourself with a device that isn't performing as it should, give iDrop a call at 865-888-9740 or check them out on Facebook at iDrop of Knoxville. If man made it, they can fix it.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, subscribe to the Swain Event channel on YouTube.
Deep down the middle's got his man. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain Event with your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 pounds and a Ric Flair.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. It is Tuesday plus Wednesday plus Thursday. It's not Tuesday, it's Thursday. It's the 24th, though, of March. Ben McKee, Jason Swain here from the Low T Center studio. It is Thursday. There we go. There we go. Woo! Such a better morning than it was weather-wise today than it was yesterday, the day before. We got a nice one, according to the professionals, the weathermen and the weatherwomen. We have a nice one here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Ben McKee, Jason Swain. Ben, good morning.
Memphis, Maine.
They better watch out.
Memphis, Maine.
Bain said, we here. 2 words. We here. The Memphis Grizzlies showing the NBA world that they are more than capable of winning the whole championship. They are the team to be in the West with Chris Paul dealing with injuries, Steph Curry dealing with injuries. They are the team, and the Grizzlies proved that without Ja Morant, as Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant put on an offensive show, and it still wasn't enough to beat the Grizzlies.
It was a fun game. It was a fun game. And the Grizzlies really have a great team from top to bottom. Everybody sees Ja Morant. They know about Jaren Jackson Jr. They're starting to become aware of Desmond Bane, one of the league's best three-point shooters, but, man, best backup point guard in the league, and Tyus Jones. He was tremendous last night. DeAnthony Melton cramming on folks and going 6 of 8 from 3 as well. Steven Adams is a hoss. I love me some Steven Adams. Brandon Clark couldn't miss, knocking down shots and KD's face. It was a really cool day for Memphis yesterday. I know a lot of our listeners probably care less, but it was a cool day for Memphis in the spotlight. ESPN did an all access in Memphis yesterday to highlight the Grizzlies, and it was the first time ESPN had did an all access look into a team in a long time, in a very long time. They had First Take. Stephen A. was live from Memphis. Not sure what he was talking about with all the Elvis billboards, because people in Memphis and from Memphis don't think about Elvis near as much as he tried to make it out to be. But that's neither here nor there.
Northerners, man.
Yep. He just don't know. He thinks of Memphis. He thinks of Elvis. But Memphians do not think of Elvis in that way. I saw a lot of Memphis folks on my timeline talking about, I've lived here 30 years and never been to Graceland. we took all these field trips. Civil Rights Museum, Grizzlies games, the Memphis Zoo. Growing up, never went to Graceland.
Man,
so
never.
That was funny. You know, it's always funny when somebody, a prominent person comes to town and they're doing TV or whatever, and they come to your city and they're trying to put on for the city. They think that they're putting on for the city, and they say something inaccurate and
trying too hard.
Yeah, and then social media gets after them. That was fun, but it was cool. It was really cool to see Memphis get some spotlight. I loved what Kendrick Perkins said on what's the NBA Today with Malika Andrews. He said, if you don't like Memphis, it's because you uppity. And that's right, Kendrick. Talk to him, Perk.
I like it.
If you don't like Memphis, it's because you uppity. Looking at you, Nashville. Looking at you, Nashville. No, but all jokes aside, as I continue to say, really cool day for Memphis yesterday. Maybe Josh Heupel can get ESPN and Kirk Herbstreit and all them boys over here to Knoxville doing all access looking to the Vols.
We ain't done nothing yet. I don't want that. I don't want no attention right now.
Well, speaking of Kirk Herbstreit, what'd you think about his news? He's going to continue to have his roles in college football, game day and Saturday night on ABC with, was it Reese Davis or Chris Fowler? I get Chris Fowler and Reese Davis mixed up so much. To me, they are the same person. They look the same, sound the same. You really have to sit down and think, which one is which? But on top of all this college football duties, he's going to be doing Thursday night football with Al Michaels on Amazon Prime. I thought that's pretty cool. I'm excited about that duo.
Kerr was one of the best in the business. So
the NFL should want him. But I hope that he never leaves college football. He is college football in a sense. He is the Dick Vitale of college football.
I mean, he is a key, I think, name, face, voice that is synonymous with college football for sure. I agree with you, and this is awesome for him, man. That means he's making more money. He got to make some more money to live in Nashville with them prices going up. So this is good for Kirk. Kirk is one of my favorite guys in the business, so I'm glad that he is bringing his talents over to the NFL side because they are needed for sure. Yes. That's big time.
I'm excited about the new NFL broadcasts that are lined up. Troy Aikman and Joe Buck going over to ESPN to call Monday Night Football. I love Louis Riddick, as we have talked about plenty of times here on the show, so I will miss hearing Louis Riddick on a game. But Steve Levy and Brian Griese, I didn't think they were bad, but they just didn't move the needle for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited to hear Aikman and Buck because obviously they are terrific. So Monday Night Football is going to be awesome. Thursday Night Football with Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit going to be awesome. I love Mike Tirico. He's one of my absolute favorites.
For sure.
Especially play-by-play. So I would assume that it's going to be mostly Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth going forward. Al Michaels getting a little older, and you've seen the last year or so where he's not calling as many games and Mike Tirico filling in here and there. But those Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night games, A-plus broadcast teams. NFL finally got it right. No more booger mobiles and hockey guys calling NFL games. It's going to be fun.
Vol, Grizz, Cub says watching Kyrie in person is wild. Every shot looks like it's going in. Did you go to the game?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, sure does.
Says nobody here in Memphis goes to Graceland. So sounds like Vol, Grizz, Cubs is based out of Memphis. Oh, by the way, Vol, Grizz, Cubs, thank you for Anthony Rizzo. I appreciate you. Hope you have a good Thursday. Go Grizz.
It's good for the state of Tennessee. Some people don't think Memphis is in Tennessee, but it is. And
as if Chattanooga's not almost in Georgia.
Exactly. I mean, you basically take one step and you are in Georgia. So folks have this I don't know, this complex about Memphis, and they only want to claim Memphis when it comes to trying to get a 5-star recruit from Memphis or a 4-star player from Memphis. Oh, now you want to be Memphis' friend.
Kennedy Chandler, Jabari Small, Amari Thomas, Cam Miller.
We love Memphis now. We love Memphis.
The home of the great Drew Richmond, as Real D from the 423 points out. D already playing. Not even 15 minutes in, and D's already playing.
Yeah, they need to stop D.
But Kyrie is amazing. I hate that he is an unlikable character. Not that he's necessarily a bad dude or anything, but just he vibes different than most people. He definitely beats to his own drum. So I hate that he is not the most enjoyable person to root for, I guess you could say. But he is one heck of an offensive talent and fun to watch play basketball.
Yeah, top 5 talent in the NBA. I mean, he is unreal. I have never seen anyone handle the ball the way he handles the ball at the NBA level. He can get his own shot anytime he wants to. He is clutch as all get out. You think about his game-winning shot Game 7 in the NBA Finals a couple years ago when they beat the Warriors. He's with the Cavaliers with LeBron. So if you want to watch just a talent, you turn on the television when Kyrie is playing. But, there's some off the field, off the court things that people are rubbed the wrong way with Kyrie. So it is what it is, right? It be what it be.
It is what it is, and it be what it be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Memphis. Gotta love all of it and none of it. And last time I checked, Memphis is in the state of Tennessee. You better get your mind right.
Some of us are just true Tennesseans. And we care about Memphis Grizzlies basketball all the way to East Tennessee State athletics.
Well, as long as they're not playing Tennessee.
As long as it's not the Memphis Tigers and the Villanova Commodores, we'll claim you.
Villanova Commodore.
and right now, UT Martin football is on my back pocket list.
Hey, didn't Vanderbilt add the star back with the new
without
the V?
Without announcing it? Try to sneak it in there.
They think they slick.
Just go back to the logo that it was. It looked fine. I thought somebody on Twitter, I can't remember who said it, I thought they summarized it perfectly as like the logo, when you saw the Vanderbilt logo, you knew that was Vanderbilt. Now, like we talked about, it looks like Valpo's V. It looks like Villanova's V. Well, there's another school that it looked like they had it. Virginia.
It looks more like Virginia than anybody's to me.
And now you got to like stop and think, which V does that one? What school does that V belong to? It is not synonymous, and maybe that's because it just got released. But I don't understand the sake of changing things just to change things. Did we ever find out why they decided to go with the new logo, new branding?
Just to be relevant. That's I think
it made them less relevant.
Yeah. Now
again, like the star and the V, not that it's akin to the Power T or the Script A or the Georgia G, but I mean, they kind of already stood out. When people saw that, people thought of Vanderbilt. Now they're not going to do that right now for at least several years, I think.
I don't be thinking about Vanderbilt at all.
Well, I do because we play them in every sport multiple times a year. But
outside of that,
that mostly consumes my life. But outside of that, I feel you. I get your point. Then, like we said, no decision they make athletically ever makes sense.
Big news going on in college football like it does every single day. It's never a dull moment, but the NFL kind of stole the show yesterday. Major blockbuster trade. The Kansas City Chiefs sent Tyreek Hill to the Miami Dolphins for five picks, and Tyreek Hill is going to be the highest paid wide receiver ever in NFL history. And last time I checked, a team that spent this type of money for a wide receiver, they haven't won. The Dolphins now have the fastest receiver duo probably in the history of the NFL with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Oh, my goodness.
That offense is loaded all of a sudden.
Now if they just get a quarterback that can throw the ball to them consistently, then they might have something.
Yeah, and I still have some hope for Tua. My stock in Tua has definitely taken a hit over the last couple of years. I don't see how it couldn't for somebody, but I'm not ready to throw in the towel on him. It would not surprise me one bit if he turned into a really good quarterback this season or next season. I don't think that would be crazy, especially when you look at all the talent around him. You mentioned Tyreek Hill, obviously, and Jalen Waddle. Cedric Wilson's there.
Yep.
Cedric Wilson Jr.
What happened to Preston Williams?
I don't know.
Because, man,
he was balling.
He was balling, then he got hurt.
But like Phil Yates, who covers the NFL for ESPN, he tweeted out the offensive skills groups, and he did not include Preston Williams. He included Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson, Devontae Parker, and Trent Sherfield.
Preston Williams, VFLB.
VFLB indeed. At running back, they signed Chase Edmonds from the Cardinals. They already had Raheem Mostert. Then Mostert was there last year. He didn't spend last year with the 49ers, unless he was hurt with the 49ers. I can't remember. But Chase Edmonds, Raheem Mostert, Myles Gaskin at running back, and then Mike Gesicki at tight end to go along with the receivers. And they also have Teddy Bridgewater if Tua doesn't work out.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not familiar with the Dolphins' defense, but Patriots better watch out for that number 2 spot in the division.
Like NFL season, it's gonna be exciting. It really is, with all the new faces that are in the AFC West, and then you look at what the Dolphins have done with adding dynamic playmakers on the outside. It's going to be a fun NFL season.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Kaepernick may get signed with the Seahawks. He worked out with the Seahawks.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I did not see that.
Yeah. So,
and surprising. I to be quite honest, not saying it's the right thing or the wrong thing. I just never thought I'd see him on an NFL team again.
Yeah, it ain't happened yet, but there's a lot of storylines in the NFL. Basketball continues today.
Ugh.
How y'all feeling?
You want to know? Real D says he thinks that Preston Williams signed a 1-year deal with the Dolphins. It's really good for Preston.
Yeah, did not see him on that same list that you just referenced. So that's why I was wondering about Preston.
Yeah, well, I
VFLB, man, VFLB.
Here's looks like he did re-sign with the Dolphins about a week ago.
The Resort.
What a Twitter name. He'll be back with the Dolphins for a 4th season after signing a new 1-year contract on Tuesday. He was a restricted free agent, but the Dolphins had yet to extend a qualifying offer, which would have made him an unrestricted free agent. It says that after showing great promise in both 19 and 20 before an injury in the 8th game cut short those seasons for him, Williams had an utterly forgettable 2021 campaign. So this Dolphins fan site with Sports Illustrated, not high on Preston Williams' season last year, whatever their word means. But I forgot that the NCAA tournament was even going on today until you just said it. And I watched the games. It's just, I think everybody feels the same way. It's just when your team loses in the tournament, especially when you love a team the way that we loved this year's Tennessee team, it's just hard to watch the rest of the tourney. But Michigan-Villanova, I think that's intriguing. And honestly, I want Michigan to win. Make me feel better about myself. I don't want to see Michigan go out there and lose by 20 and look like the team that they look like most of the year. I want to see Michigan make a little run. Texas Tech Duke is going to be amazing.
I'm petty.
Houston, Arizona is going to be amazing. Gonzaga, I think, is going to run Arkansas out of the gym.
Possible.
I think they win by double digits.
Yeah, J.D. Notae seems like the only guy. But Adise Toney has been stepping it up offensively, and he's very versatile defensively. So I want to see how Chet Holmgren is going to come back and bounce back after getting basically sunned against Memphis versus other NBA talent.
That made me think less of him going into the NBA.
Oh, you better believe it.
Did you feel the same way?
Oh, absolutely.
Because Jalen Duren, the star Memphis freshman in the post, I don't know if you call him a center or a power forward. I think most are referring to him as a center.
Yeah.
But, he's more of a modern big man, although he doesn't really shoot from the perimeter a ton that I'm aware of. But he took Chet Holmgren to town, and those are the type of guys that Chet is going to have to deal with in the NBA. And not saying that Chet's game is just banging in the post all the time. It's not. It is more perimeter oriented. He's more of a Jaren Jackson Jr. That type of big, but he's still going to have to defend Karl Anthony Towns and Steven Adams and Joel Embiid, and I don't see that working out well at the moment. If that Memphis team kind of punked them in a way.
Absolutely.
And look, that Memphis team, credit to Penny, he turned that season around, and they were playing great basketball. They just ran into the number 1 seed because they didn't start the season well.
All right, that's enough Memphis love for today.
But Jalen
Get out of hand,
bossing them, sunning them, as you said.
That's right.
I give me Paolo and give me Jabari.
That's right.
And maybe even Jaden Ivey.
That's right. All right, 865-255-03 is our number to the Irish Networks hotline. Hour one is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Jason Swain, Ben McKee, live here from the Low T Center Studio. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. We'll take our first break of the day. Stick around, don't go anywhere.
If you want to be part of the show, call the Irish Networks hotline at 865-200-5503.
Hello? Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over. Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Litter is a big problem in Tennessee, but together we can do big things. We can make our cities, our waterways, our roads cleaner and safer. The Tennessee Department of Transportation is committed to reducing litter in our communities, but we need your help to do it. There are over 100 million pieces of litter in our roads at any given time, and it costs TDOT about $19 million a year just to clean it up. The first step to keeping Tennessee beautiful is to rally behind these three simple words. Nobody trashes Tennessee. Join the Nobody Trashes Tennessee movement at nobodytrashestennessee.com.
At Iris Networks, we know that business communication solutions are critical to your success. Since 1998, we've been helping businesses in East Tennessee by providing reliable and affordable high-speed fiber internet and voice solutions. That's why Iris Networks is your Tennessee communications partner. With internet speeds up to 100 gigs and work from anywhere solutions like mobile apps, video conferencing, and file sharing, we make sure you can stay connected to your customers and great communities we live and work in. Iris Networks, because just like you, Tennessee is our home.
Just because you can't call in doesn't mean that you have to sit on the sideline. Impact the show with a text box. It's part of the free Swain Event app.
Fellas, When it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the NN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you. Because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, Ben McKee, Jason Swain. It's time for Around the SEC. Let's get to it.
We had some SEC basketball last night. Did you watch?
No.
Why not?
Because I did not take a nap yesterday.
How dare you?
And
how dare you?
I went to sleep like a
disrespect Buzz Williams.
Like an old man yesterday.
Buzz Williams was playing Steve Forbes and you didn't watch? How dare you? I didn't watch either. A&M won 67-52. I didn't even know the game was on until I saw the final.
Go Buzz. Go Buzz Williams.
No, we want Forbes to win. We don't want A&M winning. What are you talking about? You always get on to me about SEC stuff, and then here you are saying, go Buzz Williams over Steve Forbes.
Dude, I don't really care.
You should. Have more pride.
I don't.
You need to have more pride. A&M was leading 32-15 at halftime and won 67-52. That was in the NIT quarterfinals. So if it's in the quarterfinals, where does Wake Forest go next? I don't know. This article does not say either. It's like a one-sentence article. Huh? They won.
No. Semifinals.
I know, but it's the semifinals, the Final Four in Madison Square Garden?
I don't think they do the Final Four like that. I think they just do the championship game, if I'm not mistaken. But this will be the last year they go to Madison Square Garden.
I saw that. Did they say... I saw where they're not going to Madison Square Garden. Did they say where they're going to go to instead? Did you see that by chance? I did not. That's why I'm asking.
Las Vegas is an option.
Ooh.
Is what
so
I
it
saw.
hasn't been decided.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a permanent thing or just like a couple of years deal type of thing? Like SEC tournament going to Tampa and then coming back to Nashville for 10 straight years?
I saw this not going to be in New York, which is crazy. I'm so used to the NIT final being in New York and playing in Madison Square Garden. That's kind of like the mecca of basketball.
Right.
Just weird. Just weird that that's not going to be the case each and every year. But hey, change is constant. Something you got to get
used to. Just going to be weird not seeing the NIT final.
A&M is in the Final Four.
Is the Final Four in Madison Square Garden?
Yep.
Okay, there it is.
March 29th, they play Washington State. So 5 days from today. What's that? Wednesday? Tuesday? Something like that. Middle of next week. And then they'll play. That's next Tuesday. And then if they win, they'll play in the NIT championship game on Thursday, the 31st, the day before April Fool's Day. And they'll play the winner, if they win, play the winner of Xavier, who knocked out Vanderbilt in the NIT on Tuesday night. Yes, Tuesday night. Xavier beat Vanderbilt in overtime, 75-73. Thank you, Xavier. And they had an all-time great tweet after the game. Did you see the tweet? It was...
You mean the one I talked about yesterday?
Did you talk about it yesterday? I don't remember you talking about it yesterday.
Are you still thinking about Andy's comments yesterday?
Yes.
You mean the sideways V that turned to an L?
Yes. Should have kept the old logo. Mm-hmm. I have no recollection of you talking about that, so my bad. But I guess I thought that you didn't, or we didn't talk about it because we didn't mention Vanderbilt losing on around the SEC. So that's my bad. I'm still thinking about Andy. Andy lives rent-free in my head, so I apologize. But if you did not see the Xavier tweet, I retweeted it yesterday saying should have kept the old logo and then turned the new Vanderbilt V into an L. Great twittering there by Xavier. But A&M wins last night 67-52, and they advance to the Final Four of the NIT. They'll play Washington State next week in Madison Square Garden. Other SEC basketball news. Arkansas plays tonight, as we mentioned last segment. Arkansas and Gonzaga, 7:09 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Gonzaga, 9.5-point favorites. And as I mentioned, I would take Gonzaga to cover. I know Arkansas is in the Sweet 16, and it feels weird to say, and I'm sure it sounds weird hearing me say it, but I just have not been impressed the last two games of the tournament with Arkansas. It really feels like they've gotten by the skin of their teeth. I've not been very impressed by their performance, despite winning. I
felt like that way. Remember when we was about to play Arkansas, and I was like, I know that they've won all these games. I know that they're good. They just don't impress me that much. And it felt weird to say then, but like now it feels a whole lot better that I said that. And it, even though they have still won and they've got to this point, and they are the only SEC team alive in the tournament, they just don't pass the eye test. They just don't for me. So hopefully they prove me wrong. I mean, in that case, hopefully they prove me wrong. But I just haven't been able to get on the Arkansas bandwagon at all because I see J.D. Notae. He's a really good offensive player. I think defensively they do a really good job, but do they have other guys who are able to make open shots, who can make clutch plays? I just don't know. So I think Gonzaga's going to take care of business against Arkansas.
I do too. That'll be the first game of the night. The first of 4 games. Michigan-Villanova is the second. It'll tip off 30 minutes later.
I'm not going for Michigan.
I don't know that I'd say I'm going for them, but like I said on Monday, I thought that the Tennessee-Michigan game was an Elite 8, Sweet 16 type of basketball game. Like, for the most part, just a general thought, I thought both teams played a fairly good basketball game. And it just kind of came down to the end, and Tennessee couldn't hit shots at the end, and Michigan throwing rainbow hook shots that go in because they got lucky.
Magic Johnson.
So I Michigan 17-14 in the regular season. That was a big topic of conversation, but they were preseason number 6 coming into the year. They have a ton of talent on that team, and I thought they played as if they were an Elite 8, Sweet 16 type of team. They played up to their potential, and I would like to to see that continue just to kind of vindicate Tennessee's loss, if that makes sense.
No, that makes sense.
It would make me feel better than seeing Michigan, after playing just really one good game of basketball, turn around and pee down their leg.
It's like the chants that go on during a basketball game. For instance, when Tennessee played against Kentucky and when Tennessee played against Auburn, there were some chants of overrated.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes your win against the team that you are beating, it takes away from your efforts when you call the team overrated. No, you want them to be properly rated because you beat them. If they're the number one team in the country and you are about to beat them, don't say overrated. You're just crapping on your own efforts and your own victory.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, right? Where, all right, you lost to Michigan. If Michigan wins and goes to the Elite Eight and to the Final Four, yes, it's going to sting, just like it did with Loyola Chicago a couple years ago, but at least you're like, well, I mean, hey, the team was just hot. The team was one of the best teams in the tournament, and, you know, you lost to that. Hey, Purdue was one play away from being in the Final Four when they lost to Virginia a couple years ago. But, Ben, I just can't get past Hunter Dickinson.
I'm with you. Look,
I just can't get past it.
He is the one part of Michigan basketball that I cannot stand. I grew very fond of Juwan Howard, as I illustrated on Twitter over the weekend, and as I came back on Monday and discussed. I am a Juwan Howard fan. I don't really care what anybody has to say about it, but I cannot stand Hunter Dickinson. He has the most punchable face on the planet, which I kind of hate because I'm surprised you haven't said anything, Swain.
About what?
I had 4 people tell me that I look like Hunter Dickinson.
You don't look like Hunter Dickinson.
My mom texted me and said, "You kind of look like Hunter Dickinson." And I said, "Mom, I don't know if this is a good thing. I don't know that that's a good thing, Mom. I don't want to look like Hunter Dickinson." And she said, "But he's a nice looking man." So that made me feel better. So my mom texted me that.
Said it.
I know. Mom texted me that during the first half, and then halftime rolls around, and I'm walking back to the media room to get me a drink for the second half, and Rob Lewis is in there, sitting next to my buddy Troy Provo-Heron. They're sitting next to each other, and as I'm walking up, I see Rob snickering about something. So I'm, here goes Rob, running his mouth. What you got to say, Rob? Huh? What you got to say, Rob? He said, "Troy, don't you think Ben looks like Hunter Dickinson?" And Troy was like, "You know what? I do see that."
I have searched Hunter Dickinson, Google Images.
Always the punch at the end.
Oh, man. Ben, I missed it. You do look like Hunter Dickinson and Olivier. It's like a mix between Olivier Camois and Hunter Dickinson.
And Steph Curry.
No wonder I've been wanting to punch him.
Joel Robb says, Ben does look like Hunter D. Thought about that during the Tennessee-Michigan game. Yeah. I mean, I don't think he's an ugly-looking dude. I just also don't think he's the best-looking dude in the planet. But I'm also not the best-looking dude in the planet. So I guess it is what it is.
I can't unsee it now. Golly. Of course I want Michigan to lose. I don't want to see Hunter Dickinson anymore. I don't want to see him.
I think Hunter Dickinson's a great-looking guy.
With a punchable face.
With a punchable
So if you look like
face.
Hunter Dickinson and you think Hunter Dickinson has a punchable face, that means you feel like that you have a punchable face, and you can kind of be like the movie Liar Liar, where Jim Carrey was when he was in the bathroom basically beating himself up. You can do that.
Yeah, I don't feel good about myself today. Today, I may need to go talk to somebody about my feelings today. Today is, I'm in the dumps now.
Talk to your other twin, Olivier. He seems like a good teammate.
Hey,
pat you on the back.
Look, just because I can't open my eyes either doesn't mean I look like somebody who's finished. Okay? You want to feel really bad about Hunter Dickinson, not necessarily personal feelings towards him, but how unlucky Tennessee is. Hunter Dickinson, 3 for 5 from 3 against Tennessee. He was 4 for 6 against Purdue back on February 10th, Swain. It was one of, looks like, 5 games where he hit 2 or more threes. He was 3 for 3 against San Diego State on December 4th. Focus, and then we can get to the jokes, okay? Focus, and then we can get to the jokes.
I'm trying to focus. I'm trying. I'm here.
Gosh.
I'm here.
Go take some medicine. Focus this morning.
I already took my medicine. I'm here.
Right, so that's one game, December 4th. And then January 23rd, a month and a half later, he was 3 for 4 against Indiana. He was 2 for 3 against Purdue on February 5th. February 10th against Purdue, he was 4 of 6. And then his 5th game of the year with 2 or more threes was against Tennessee, 3 for 5. But speaking to the Tennessee bad luck in the postseason, that 4 for 6 against Purdue on February 10th was the last time that he had made 2 threes in a game. He had 0 for 2, 0 for 3, 0 for 1, 0 for 2, 1 for 5, 0 for 1, 0 for 1, 1 for 3, 0 for 1, and then 3 for 5. He literally made more threes against Tennessee than he had in a month and a half. He had made 2 threes since February 10th, Swain. 2 threes since February 10th, and then he comes into Tennessee and goes 3 for 5. Like, why? And I was a little frustrated during the game. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts on this. I don't think he's a good shooter, but I don't think he's a guy that you should leave wide open, because the 2 or 3 times he was left wide open, I'm saying nobody was around him. I mean, he sat there and drained the threes, but when they put a hand in his face is when he missed the 2 that he missed. But then after the game, Rick Barnes said, look, we were completely happy with him taking all those shots, so I get it, but why'd we have to leave him wide open and have Urosh sagging way off at like the free throw line?
Did you see Fulky?
Or whoever. Urosh was the first person that came to mind, because
I thought Fulky went to the locker room. Who was guarding Hunter Dickinson? Where is Fulky?
It was Fulky too, but
he was in the paint.
Yeah, I did not like that. I recognize that he's a bad shooter.
Why you bringing up old stuff?
It's just terrible luck for Tennessee. Like, the guy doesn't hit 3 threes in a month and a half, and then he comes out against Tennessee and goes 3 for 5. And that was literally the difference in the game. Literally the difference in the game.
Man, I'm trying to heal these wounds. You're opening back up.
And see, like that also speaks to like the Rick Barnes conversation. Rick Barnes did something good in terms of game planning against Michigan. He did the right thing game planning against Michigan. You want Hunter Dickinson to shoot shots from the perimeter so he's not shooting shots in the paint, especially when you lack an elite paint protector or rim protector. So you do what he did, and it just did not work out. It's like, how do you fault Rick Barnes for that? And you could singly point to that being the difference in the game. If he goes 0 for 5 like he had been doing for a month and a half, Tennessee wins the basketball game.
I'm going to the phones. Yeah, I'm not going to let you make me sad today. I'm not going to let you do it. Yeah, I'm not going to let you make me sad. 865-255-03. Let's go to the phone.
We got Don.
Don, good morning.
T. Hey, how are you?
Hey, Don.
Hey, man, I tell you, listen, being there, and I quit bringing up such painful things, but Ben, I want to cheer you up this morning. Do you ever read sports thing on Outkick?
No.
Hey, you ought to take that up, especially Jason Whitlock stuff. But I was just reading an article or a little story on there that might really, really help you today.
Okay.
Because I know you've not been excited about Mitch Trubisky.
Correct.
But this story was.
Better watch it, Don.
A little bit about if Cleveland cuts Baker Mayfield, the Steelers are interested.
Swain asked me this yesterday, or I don't know.
Oh, did he?
Off air. He didn't ask me on air. He was, and it wasn't really asking. He was making fun of me during a commercial break, I think, or after the show. I would take Baker Mayfield over Mitchell Trubisky and what's his face, Mason Rudolph in a heartbeat. It's not even close.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Baker Mayfield's some organization-changing quarterback or great quarterback, but he's better than Mitchell Trubisky and what's his face.
Yeah, I've never seen the infatuation with Mason Rudolph. He should never even been playing over Josh, in my opinion. But I don't get paid to put quarterbacks in the league. The other thing I was going to ask you on the sports line. Okay, wait a minute. We got talking so much. My brain kind of died. But I know you guys you and I have talked a little bit about different music genres. And I know you're more modern and everything, but are you a fan of Motown music?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. Best music ever, man. What's the matter with you?
If you give me an artist or two to listen to, I'll check it out.
How about the Temptations?
I've listened to some Temptations. I don't mind them. It's just not my flavor of music.
Yeah, Temptations, Supremes, etc. Have you ever heard the song? If not, I want you to check it out.
Okay.
Hold on just a second. I pulled it up for you, and I lost my thing where I had it. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, because it was a top, What Becomes of the Brokenhearted. And it was originally recorded by Jimmy Ruffin, who was the brother to, the maybe greatest Motown lead singer, brother with the Temps, but then later recorded actually by a white girl using all of the Motown backup, and it was actually better. But she had the pipes. I mean, really had the pipes. But anyhow, I just wondered. I know I'm an old man and everything, but it's pretty, for being a 68-year-old white man, that's always been one of my favorite genres. And of course, I was in a band, was a rocker in my teen years, but that's different.
We can hear it. We can hear it, Don. We can hear it. We can hear it in your voice. It used to be a rocker back in the day. We can hear it. Jason Whitlock is not even with Outkick anymore, by the way.
I had a couple of other things I wanted to mention during around the SEC before we got started on Michigan. Johnny Dollar, it's Thursday. Let it go, Ben. Why are we having the same conversation that we had last week? That's what Rudy Vall says. Swain, I have a question for you.
What you got?
When at any point this week did we talk about Hunter Dickinson and his three-point shooting and the last time he made multiple threes in a game?
It's been a while.
No, we didn't have the conversation.
The only thing we mentioned was the fact that Hunter Dickinson had these type of performances in big games. That was the point that I made, but not about his three-point shooting.
No.
So this is the first time, actually.
Correct. And I brought that up after we were talking about Michigan playing Villanova tonight. So that's why it was brought up. Anyways, Texas Tech and Duke, third game tonight. Texas Tech, 1-point favorite.
I got Texas Tech going to the Final Four. So.
I have Texas Tech beating Duke on my bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think losing to Gonzaga, I think. But that's a late tip. We have two late games tonight, and they're the better games, honestly. 9:39 is when that game tips off. And then at 9:59, Houston and Arizona. Arizona, 1.5-point favorite. So should be a fun night of basketball. I think tonight's going to be better than tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, St. Peter's, Purdue, Providence, Kansas, North Carolina, UCLA, Iowa State, Miami. So I prefer tonight to tomorrow night. But some SEC assistant basketball news from yesterday. Vanderbilt associate head coach Ed Conroy, he finalized a deal to become the next head coach at the Citadel.
Okay.
According to ESPN, he was the head coach there from 2006 to 2010.
Okay.
Also spent 6 seasons as the head coach at Tulane So Vanderbilt losing an associate head coach, and then Eric Pastrana, who is at Florida with Mike White, is following Mike White to Georgia. And the last thing that I wanted to bring up that I thought was pretty noteworthy, Eric Stevenson from South Carolina, white boy that had a nice little shot, get to the rim. I liked his game. He's in the transfer portal.
Was he number 10?
Think so.
Was he number 10? I remember when we played there, my text was like, hey, I like his game. He can shoot it. He's smooth. He's smooth. I hope Frank Martin really does take Andy Kennedy's spot there with SEC Network. He would be great. Waltman says, I don't get the Hunter Dickinson hate. You guys are weak. He's a dominant big man who can shoot threes. We met his parents at Indy. Great people. I hope they keep going in the tournament. Much respect. Waltman, you met their parents. What I saw was Hunter Dickinson showing up our players and being super extra. And from my perspective, I wasn't the biggest fan of the theatrics because it was against my team. Just like if someone is playing against Tennessee, they probably don't like Uros. So, Waltman, I did not meet his parents like you. So I don't know him like that. So, yeah, man.
And also more joking, I think, as well.
Yeah, I mean.
I think we both think that he's
a great player. He's a baller.
A great player. And
it's not really hate.
No, it's not. We just don't appreciate the third leg going down with his arm that he's doing after every shot that he made.
Man, he was embarrassing our team, man.
Yeah. If it would have been against Marquette or somebody, we would not have cared. Tonight, I won't care to see him do it against Villanova. He's just one of those players that you can't stand him when he is playing against your team, but you would also love him if he were on your team. Like Tennessee needs Hunter Dickinson. If Hunter Dickinson entered the transfer portal for whatever reason, I'd be hoping and praying that Tennessee went and got Hunter Dickinson because they needed that edge in the post this year. I know Uros somewhat provided it at times, but man, I'd love to have Hunter Dickinson on my team. He's just one of those players that you don't like because he's on the other team.
Exactly.
Gets on your nerves.
Yeah, you met their parents. Okay, cool. All right, let's get to the phones.
He must have met my mom and dad, right?
I guess. Let's get to...
We got Dave Toner before we hit this top of the hour break.
Dave Toner, good morning.
Hey, guys. So we talking about the Great White Hope again, huh?
You talking about Rocky?
Folky graduated.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about Hunter Dickinson and so can anybody else. That boy got some soft hands, and he's going to have a very long career.
We only said that he was a good player the whole time.
Yep. Jason.
David.
Who did UTC play in their game in the tournament?
Illinois.
Okay. So I really like that coach. So South Carolina signed him?
Yes, South Carolina did hire Lamont Paris, and apparently there's some rumors about Konzo getting the UTC job.
Hands.
Okay, so I really like that coach. But my next question is, which coach in the upset ranks, the team that have upsets, do you think has worked himself into a bigger job? My opinion, most definitely, is the guy from St. Mary's, and I also like him very much.
St. Mary's. I mean,
I think he meant St. Peter's.
Yeah, I mean,
and he's about to get
Holloway.
Yeah, he's about to get the Seton Hall job.
Yeah, I mean, that's the number one guy to me.
Honestly, all the ones that Dave Toner's kind of referencing have already gotten jobs. San Francisco guy got Florida.
Yep.
Matt McMahon got LSU. Lamont Paris got South Carolina.
I would love Konzo going to Chattanooga. That'd be awesome. UT Chattanooga.
And apparently Frank Martin's going to get the UMass job.
They should be coaching, man. They should be coaching. Hour 2 coming up.
In this day and age, the way we work is changing and evolving. Businesses still moving forward despite your work location changing and supply shortages affecting a number of different areas. Office furniture is not immune to the halt in the supply chain. This is why Office Furniture Outfitters has purchased desks, chairs, and tables in bulk to provide you with in-stock options for your place of business, no matter if it's in an office building or at your house. Office Furniture Outfitters is the local supplier for Herman Miller, and they keep Aeron chairs in stock. They will come to your office, lay out, and make recommendations. No project is too big or too small. You can visit them on location at 17th Street and Grand Avenue in the Fort Sanders area, or online at ofonox.com, or give them a call at 865-524-3003. Office Furniture Outfitters, providing East Tennessee's biggest selection and best value for office furniture since 1995.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
Touchdown or turnover is up next on the Swain Event.
Hey there, Swain Event fam. I've been thinking about other ways I can assist you with the real estate world. As you know, it's not just about buying, selling, and investing in new property today. It's also being a resource when you need a contractor or roofer. Or maybe you need a real estate attorney to assist with probate questions. Or maybe you have a family member in Alabama that needs a realtor to help them sell their home and get the heck out of there and back to Tennessee. All of these things and more are in my wheelhouse. So give me a call, Jennifer Morris, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. And go Vols!
Touchdown or turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
665-255-03, Irish Networks Hotline. Hour 1 was brought to you by Healer Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Ben McKee, Jason Swain, live from the Low T Center Studios. Tennessee had their first practice a couple days ago. The best practice in Tennessee football history. Best first practice in football history is what Tennessee had. A couple of guys not on the spring roster, it seems. Aubrey Solomon, not there. Tyus Fields, not there. A couple other guys who in the portal, obviously not there. You okay, Ben? You good?
I'm great.
I see it as an opportunity. All the guys hitting the portal, that's cool. It happens everywhere. New coaching staff. Some guys fit, some guys don't. But I see it as an opportunity to upgrade, to fill the spot with players that this culture, this system fits best. Aubrey Solomon was a 5-star player coming out of Georgia. Went to Michigan, did not work in Michigan, and players transfer for a reason. Most of the time, it's a reason why players transfer. And it's not just because they're great players on the field, they blew it up, and they just want to change the scenery. Most of the time, there's something wrong. Most of the time. And every once in a while, you might get your Caleb Williams, your Jamison Williams. You may get that, but for the most of the cases, these players did not work out at their previous school. And that was the case for Aubrey Solomon. I don't think Michigan was crying at all for Aubrey Solomon to come back. And he gets here, and it just didn't work out. Just didn't work out at all. So good luck to him. But this is an opportunity for Tennessee to upgrade. As far as Tyus Fields, we need some DBs, man, for spring. We need some DBs for the spring. And you understand that football is a violent game. You understand this is the perfect time to get those surgeries, to heal up, because you would rather have guys available for the summer and the fall rather than risking them for the spring. I totally get that, understand that. But who's helping the receivers get better? Because iron sharpens iron. Who is going to help the receivers get better? Very important to have someone that you go up against every single day to help you get better and improve. I feel like Jonathan Wade is still on probation. But Jonathan Wade, every single day, went up against Meacham, myself, Brett Smith, every single day. You pair that with him not running track during the spring and doing spring football. There's a reason why Jonathan Wade became one of the best DBs in the SEC and was a 3rd-round pick. Every single day, he was getting better. Every single day. And who's going to help our receivers get better each and every day? I just don't know.
Nobody. Desmond Williams is like the lone corner back there.
That's the thing, that you have a new wide receiver coach.
I guess Christian Charles too. I mean, he was working at safety this year. Don't really know if they've slid him over to corner. I'm sure there will be a lot of cross training for Christian Charles. But
you got a new wide receiver coach. You have a lot of unproven players outside of Tillman, and then you have DBs that there's no way you can go into the fall with right now, and a lot of those guys are hurt. So there's a ton of pressure on the wide receivers to practice at a different level, to work at a different level on and off the football field, because they're not going to be pushed. Like, you want a position group to be pushed when you're having an inter-squad practice or scrimmage. You want iron sharpening iron, and that's probably not going to be the case for the receivers this year. But you still got to go practice, and you got to work with what you have. And for Tennessee, you don't just throw guys out there who are hurt. It's better for those DBs to get healthy, to get stronger, and then this summer, they'll be ready to rock and roll. And hopefully with the one-on-ones that you do, the 7-on-7s that you do, that can help each group get better.
Here's my question with that, though. Even a healthy defensive back room, who is making the receivers better?
Right now, I don't know. But we have seen guys improve from one year to the next. We have seen Theo Jackson, who we didn't have a lot of confidence in, from one year to the next. We have seen Cedric Tillman, who at this point last year, we didn't feel like Cedric Tillman would be a dude, and he turned into a dude. So it can happen more times than not. The percentages are in our favor when you don't have a player do it for a certain amount of time. That means they're not going to do it more times than not. But there are cases like Theo Jackson. There are cases like Cedric Tillman. So we have to factor that into the equation too.
I'm concerned about the secondary, but I continue to be concerned about the defense as a whole, quite frankly. I mean, I don't think they're going to take a step back just in terms of the defense improving enough to where we can see an uptick in wins is what I am concerned about. Because I don't see a difference in the defense right now. And I'm not really supposed to see a difference in the defense right now, I guess, with it being spring practice. Spring practice number 2 is just today. So guys will improve over the course of the spring. Roles will begin to be carved out, and the summer will be very important as well. Fall camp will obviously be very important, but they're going to have guys take a Cedric Tillman, Theo Jackson type of jump. They have to, or else it's going to be very similar to last season. Because right now there's a lot of question marks on that defense at every position, defensive end, the interior of the defensive line. Edge rusher is probably what I feel the best about on the defense at the moment. Inside linebacker, you have Jeremy Banks and Aaron Beasley back, but we know that those two are not perfect football players, and there's not a whole lot of depth behind those two guys like last year. So if Banks and Beasley don't improve a ton, and I'm more so speaking to Beasley because Banks was far more productive and better.
He was out there.
Yes. His biggest bugaboo was the 15-yard penalties. But like there's no obvious guy that can fill in for Beasley if he's struggling really bad in one game. I mean, your other options at inside linebacker right now are a true freshman in Elijah Herring and a redshirt freshman in Aaron Willis. And Solon Page, I guess. And we know his limitations as well. In the secondary, you return Jalen McCullough and Trayvon Flowers, and you really need one of those two guys. In a perfect world, both, but I don't think that's realistic. You really need one of those guys to take a Theo Jackson type of step forward. But then at corner, I mean, that's what's so concerning about the injuries in the secondary in spring is like they already lacked depth. They already had guys that needed spring in order to take big jumps. Warren Burrell, Trayvon Flowers. Now Trayvon Flowers is not participating. Warren Burrell is limited in what he can do. They've got to bring in a defensive back. They have to, and they did with the Georgia Tech transfer. He'll be here in the summer. They also had Quincy Riley, a transfer DB from Middle Tennessee State. He was at practice on Tuesday, and he is somebody that Tennessee is considering. Ole Miss, he is visiting Ole Miss this weekend, taking an official visit to Ole Miss this weekend. So maybe while I'm in Oxford at the same time, I can swing by and take care of Quincy Riley however I need to take care of him.
If Tennessee really wants him, which I don't see why they shouldn't, right?
I do believe Tennessee would take him right now. He's a former high school track star who can really run, and he's really raw in the secondary, but his athleticism is something that has impressed Tennessee, and he's not a puzzle piece that you plug in and he solves all of your issues because, again, he is raw, but he has a lot of potential. And last year he finished tied for second nationally with 5 interceptions despite only playing in 8 games. And he was a redshirt freshman last year, so he'll have another 3 years of eligibility remaining. So, again, he's not plug and solve all your problems, but he could potentially solve some of your problems if he steps in and is ready to play. Kamal Haddon, another guy that I think has some nice potential, a guy who needed a nice spring, but he's having spring cleanup with some injuries as well. So I'm really worried about the secondary, and I hope that it doesn't affect the receivers too much. Back to your original point of, like, who is going to make the receivers better? Desmond Williams, he's got to have a big-time spring, the JUCO signee that Tennessee brought in.
Yeah, that's the concern. And this concerns every spring with every team. There are concerns with every team, too. I mean, no one's concerned about hitting the hooker and the momentum he has going into 2022. Him being the leader, there's not a concern about who's going to be the quarterback. There's not a concern about a number 1 wide receiver. So you have absolutes going into a season, going into a spring like Tennessee, but you also have some unknowns. You have some question marks. And so that's with every team. And it was the case last year where we had questions about defense, and we thought the Tennessee's defense would be 120th in the country from start to finish. And they were not the worst from start to finish. They were not good like we anticipated, but they were a lot better than what we thought they would be at this point last year. So we know they're going to add some talent. We know they'll be coached up, but, man, it's hard to look at the DBs right now and feel confident that they're going to help the receivers get better this spring, because you want all your groups to be going against the opposite side of the football and make another group better. So that's not going to be the case right now for the receivers or the DBs this spring. But if you're the receivers, you just gotta work on your individual talent. Work on your technique, play at a certain speed, push each other individually in the meeting room, develop leadership, develop accountability, and let that stuff take care of itself. And once those guys get back out there this summer and they're healthy, you better have a lot of one-on-one work, a lot of 7-on-7 work, in the complex there.
I'll tell you a sneaky concern that has popped up for me on offense this week, and maybe my biggest concern. I'll say it is my biggest concern. I'm more concerned about what I'm about to say than I am the receivers. And you know me, I am concerned about the receivers other than Cedric Tillman.
Yeah, there's bigger concerns than receivers, though.
The tackle position. It's my biggest concern on the offense right now. I quite honestly, I don't like the early returns about the solution at right tackle. I am very worried about right tackle. Seems like Gerald Mincey, the transfer from Florida, is limited to just the left side of the offensive line. And Darnell Wright was a very good left tackle last year, but may have to play right tackle if they can't figure out a right tackle out of Gerald Mincey, Dane Davis, and Jeremiah Crawford. And at the moment, I don't have high hopes for any of those three being the answer at right tackle.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that either.
And so you may see a situation where Darnell Wright needs to slide back over at right tackle, and you put the full court press on the transfer from Vanderbilt, Steen, and let him come in and play left tackle and move Darnell back to right tackle. I think right now that's the most likely option, or maybe not the most likely option, because Tennessee still needs to go get the commitment from the transfer, but from Tyler Steen. But I think that's the option that they need to pursue the hardest. As of today, I don't think Jeremiah Crawford or Gerald Mincey is going to be a solution for Tennessee. As of today, Dane Davis is the most likely option out of those three that I've mentioned. I think at right tackle if Darnell were to stick at left. But as spring practice begins, I think Tennessee needs to put the full court press on Tyler Steen, let him know that he can play left tackle, not promise and guarantee him that he can start at left tackle, but say, hey, we'll let you play left tackle. That's what he wants to play. He wants to play left tackle. He's going to go somewhere where he can play left tackle. He's not looking to be guaranteed that he's going to start at left tackle. He just wants an opportunity at left tackle.
Now, left tackle's a concern. You're right.
Sense.
No, you're right.
It's not a concern. I trust Darnell at left tackle.
Well, tackle, excuse me. Whether it's whoever's opposite Darnell.
The right tackle is affecting Darnell.
Yeah.
And what did Darnell say on Tennessee Prime? Didn't he say that he preferred playing right tackle? I think that he did. And right tackle didn't necessarily work out for Darnell at the beginning, but I think that was more of a Will Friend issue than a Darnell issue. And I think Darnell would make that switch over to right tackle flawlessly. He had a really good year last year. Not that he was one of the best tackles in the country, but I thought Darnell had a sneaky good season.
Breakout year for him this year.
Yes. He can make some money this year. He has the athleticism to go be a professional football player. And he'll certainly get an opportunity. So, I think sliding Darnell over to right. Let's go get Tyler Steen, the Vanderbilt transfer. Let him play left tackle, and let's roll with it. Because right now that tackle spot is without Tyler Steen is my biggest concern going into spring practice. And I guess I said what I said earlier about it being more of a concern about the receivers is because we've just spent so much more time talking about the receivers than we have the tackle spot.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of upside. There's a lot of reasons to be excited. There's a lot of players that had really good years last year that have some good momentum going into this season, but there's still a lot of questions. We do have to remind ourselves this is Josh Heupel's second season. He did a good job in his first season.
Roster is still limited.
But the roster is still what it is. Like you just mentioned, it's still limited. There's still holes. And this staff is doing what they can in the portal in recruiting high school players to try to fix it. And it's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take time for us to be able to look at each position and go, oh, yeah, we 2-3 deep here, 2-3 deep there.
That's a 4 or 5 year.
It is.
No, it is. Not to mention baseball, but it's taken Tony Vitello 5 years to get to that point. And look, you can still win before reaching that point, but you have to do a good job of maximizing what you do have before you get 2 and 3 deep at each position. And I also don't think people realize how hard it is, especially in today's world of transferring, how hard it is to get 2 and 3 deep where you have 2 or 3 guys you can really rely on at each position. That takes years to build up, especially with the transfer portal.
Your margin of error is just smaller.
Yes.
I mean, look at what happened at running back last year. Was running back bad? No. Was it great? No. But look what happened. You had a player in Tyon Evans who, at the beginning of the season, was probably the most gifted running back. He gets hurt. And then I wouldn't say he took care of his business. Let's just say that.
That's good.
He didn't take care of his business to get back out in the field and be the same player, which is why he's not here. He didn't take care of his business. Because he didn't take care of his business, we relied more on a true freshman in Jalen Wright. And there was a time when Jalen Wright was not playing the reps that I think he wanted to play for whatever reason. And then you go look at the bowl game, and on the biggest running play of the game, you have Jalen Wright in there because Jabari Small is banged up. So the margin of error is small. It puts so much pressure on you to have to be healthy. Like, you can't have any bad luck. The Ole Miss game, there was a possession where we had two borderline walk-on players on the offensive line. In the SEC game. Not against Vanderbilt. You just can't have yourself in that situation. So it may not be what people want to hear. People may want to hear about the hype train. And, man, if you won 7 games in the regular season first year, it got to be 8 or 9. I think that's what a lot of people want to hear. But it's still going to be a challenge. Like it was last year, the schedule is a lot easier, but there are still holes. And you look at what Tennessee has done in recruiting, which was better than what many of the experts thought. I thought Tennessee finished strong. And then you look at Tennessee bringing some help in at DB, which the help won't be able to participate until, summer, after spring. I anticipate Tennessee to bring in some more help on the offensive line to fill that plug, because that is one of the biggest concerns is tackle out opposite Darnell Wright. Mm-hmm. You look at DB, you want to add some depth at linebacker, you want to possibly get a pass rusher. If you can get a versatile guy that can do both, that's a better. But there are holes, and there are good things that you can look forward to spring as well. So you got to be balanced.
Yes. And look, Tennessee's offense, I think not that the offense has a perfect roster, but if Tennessee goes out and officially gets Bro McCoy and gets Tyler Steen, the tackle transfer from Vandy, who was at Kentucky this past weekend, going to be at Alabama this weekend.
That should tell you something.
If they add Brew McCoy and they add Tyler Steen, all of a sudden this offense looks even better than it already does.
Feel a whole lot better, don't you?
I feel a whole lot better, especially along the offensive line, because and why the offensive tackle spot opposite of Darnell is so much more concerning is because at receiver, at least you can point to some guys in that room of having some hope for. Surely one of the 4 freshmen, I guess, and speaking to the outside receiver position, one of the 3 freshmen, Chaz Nimrod, Caleb Webb, Cam Miller, surely one of those 3 can step up and provide something for you as a true freshman. Just get one of those guys ready to play this year. I think it's unrealistic to think that all 3 are going to contribute as true freshmen. But if you can get 1, maybe 2 of those guys contributing as freshmen, then that helps the receiver room tremendously. And the outlook on the receiver room is quite different. So you have guys you can point to at the position. If you add Brew McCoy, you can point to him. You can point in the slot to Jimmy Callaway or Jalen Hyatt possibly taking a step. Whereas at tackle, there's not a whole lot to point to as possible options opposite of Darnell. So that's why the tackle spot is more of a concern, is because there does seem to be more potential.
Those guys you mentioned, the receiver, at least you see some plays from them in their first 2 years.
Right.
Whereas tackle, it's like, never seen much. So for those guys,
saw fake injuries on extra points.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's the concern. But there's not a team in America that don't have concerns at this point of the season. Tennessee is no different than really anyone else. When it comes to concerns in spring, there's just a difference in roster management and talent and depth and all that stuff. And that's why you get paid the big money, coaches, to go figure it out, whether it's developing the players that you have or going out and recruiting new players. And the portal allows you to do that. So got a couple weeks until spring is over and go out and see what's in the portal and make sure that you don't miss. 865-255-03. Hour 2 is brought to you by Action 247. Use the promo code Swain Event. Your first deposit, Action will match 50% up to $800. That is Action 247. Give them a follow on Twitter at TN Action 247. Stay with us.
The conversation doesn't stop when the show is over. Follow the Swain Event on Twitter and like the show on Facebook.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work-from-anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
Litter is a big problem in Tennessee, but together we can do big things. We can make our cities, our waterways, our roads cleaner and safer. The Tennessee Department of Transportation is committed to reducing litter in our communities, but we need your help to do it. There are over 100 million pieces of litter in our roads at any given time, and it costs TDOT about $19 million a year just to clean it up. The first step to keeping Tennessee beautiful is to rally behind these 3 simple words. Nobody trashes Tennessee. Join the Nobody Trashes Tennessee movement at nobodytrashestennessee.com. Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
I know missing the show live is a bummer, but don't fret. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Awesome!
go to the phones as we continue hour number 2 here on the Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Let's get to DR Vol. DR Vol, what's up?
Good morning, guys.
What's up, DR Vol?
Show a little bit calmer today.
I think it was calm yesterday. You don't think it was calm? Calm. It was calm yesterday.
Guys, somebody really said not to get on Hunter Dickinson because his parents are nice. I mean, my ex-wife's mama was nice, but God, I don't want to be with her. I met Grant Williams' dad once, and he was nice. Now, we'll give him that. I've met Grant as well, and he was nice as well. But I'm not going to not hate the guy because he's got nice mom and daddy.
Yeah, I mean, the player is a good player, which is what we always said. Said it before the game, even said it after the game. He was great. He was great for them. He crushed us. But the gestures and all the other stuff that was going on, as a Tennessee fan, I don't know how you sit there and like that stuff. So, yeah, like all that stuff is something that you don't like. And so, of course, you're going to have that type of feeling towards Hunter Dickinson. But he's a great player. There's no doubt about that. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't meet his parents. So I don't know how nice he is as a person. All I know is I saw what he was doing during the game.
And it doesn't matter. See, this goes back to the whole thing. People get mad when we bash, like, former players or current players. We're not talking about their character. We're talking about how they performed on the field or the court. Like, talking bad about Hunter has nothing to do with how good of a person he is. For me, anyway. Yeah,
I mean, it was the antics that rubbed you the wrong way, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a good heel. You remember Marshall Henderson?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You recognize how good of a player he is, but doesn't mean you like him when he's gesturing to your team after putting up a 3 against your team or making a good play against your team. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, he's just on the list for me at Ryan Klein, guys. I'll never buy insurance from them, or I won't tip him at Chick-fil-A when he's manager there one day either.
Hey man, Ryan Klein didn't gesture and do all that stuff that Dickinson did though.
I don't care. He couldn't miss if you had 12 men on him that day. That's why I don't like him.
He was on fire.
Oh God, I'll never get over that. Guys, talking about reaping what you sow, I guess y'all are reaping what y'all sowed years ago, aren't you?
I guess so, DR Vol. Are you about to victim blame us? We are the victims. The show is the victim.
I've been a loyal listener of the show for years, back even when I was in college. And, I remember y'all trying to get off a rap career and encouraging it. We had to hear that every morning. Now we moved on to the law part of it, I guess.
You, of all people, cannot blame somebody for starting something. So when you get your act together, you can come criticize us.
So you're a parent, DR Vol. What do you do when your kid comes in and go, Daddy, I want to play for Tennessee? And the chances are really slim that that's going to happen. So what are you going to say? No, son, look at me. I'm not athletic. You ain't going to be tall. It ain't happening. Or do you say, hey, we'll see what happens. Yeah, you can do it. That's what happens with Andy at the beginning. He rapped for the first time.
It was funny.
It was funny at first. Didn't want to crush him. But as it got out of hand, because everybody was hyping him up, it's like, oh my gosh, y'all got him really thinking he can rap. But at the beginning, it was like, oh, okay, all right, man, that's okay. We didn't know he was going to take it serious and think he's a real rapper.
Yeah, but when my son goes to shoot a free throw and he hits the referee where it hurts, I'm going to say, son, you need to work on that and before you go back out there again.
Well, man, we have been honest with Andy since then about his rap career. So,
well, guys, all I know is I was on my way to work yesterday, and a cop pulled me over, and I asked him if he knew who I was, and I told him I had a lawyer, Johnny Cochran, that I'm not going to pay this ticket. I'll get to the bottom of this, and that Jason Swain, Ben McKee, the listeners, the callers, the guys in the text box, even Al's PA, they've got my back. They had no idea who I was.
You're terrible.
And, you know how you don't get pulled over? You get you a radar detector. And he told me to be a game changer. So I'm heading there now. My boss was mad because I was late to work, but I told him I'm coming. I'm coming for you.
You're
Have a good
terrible.
day.
You're terrible. You're terrible. You're the worst. Nobody instigates like DR Vol.
I don't know why you would throw my name into anything. My name is
too.
My name is irrelevant.
No, don't even try it.
My
don't
name ain't
even
gonna
try
pull
it.
anything.
You was instigating. You the king instigator.
No, I'm just talking about in general. I'm just talking about in general.
We all are blame.
Like, what is my name telling a police officer my name gonna do? Also, we haven't heard from Allen, PA in a long time. I hope everything is okay with Allen, PA.
Yeah, me too.
But I also don't miss Allen, PA.
Man, speak your truth, Ben. Speak your truth.
Well, the day that he told me that my kid was gonna have to wear a special helmet, that eliminated all good feelings for Allen, PA. So I hope all is well in his life. But I don't miss Allen, PA. I just want to know where Ken is.
I don't know.
I think Ken got so mad at us that he quit listening to the show. He got so fed up with positive Josiah Jordan James talk that he quit listening to the show.
I thought he would come back after had the bad shooting
I did
day.
too. I 1,000% expected Ken on Monday or Tuesday to have something to say on the text box.
Oh, man. Downtown Vol says, how do we feel about the potential of Walker Merrill? I mean, I feel good about the potential of Walker Merrill. I don't have a reason not to feel good about his potential. He was a guy that I felt like was more ready to play wide receiver than most wide receivers coming in as a true freshman. I thought he was as developed as you could be as a freshman wide receiver. And apparently he had the trust of the coaches early in the season, but he just wasn't ready. And that's okay because a lot of freshmen are not ready to play in the SEC day one. It's okay. So hopefully mentally he is on point and he's getting the coaching and the development that he needs to be a better player. And hopefully he is able to make a splash, make a contribution this year. I don't see a reason why he can't.
Yeah, I don't have a strong feeling about Walker Merrill one way or the other right now. I still have positive feelings for Walker Merrill. I still have hope for him. I think he can be really good. He's athletic, very athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Nice hands.
Yep.
Probably one of the best route runners on the team,
yep.
Even for as young as he is. I mean, that was one of the things that I know you were really excited about when it came to Walker Merrill coming out of high school was his route running ability at that age. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like for slot receivers, I mean that's 70% of it is just the route running and getting open. And I say that because I think of my man for the Raiders from Clemson,
Renfro.
Yeah, Hunter Renfro. That's what makes him so great is his route running. He's not ultra athletic or dynamic.
Why you mention Hunter?
Because his route running is what makes him so great. Not because he's white. Like you're thinking.
That's exactly why.
That's
you compared him to Walker Merrill.
He was the first slot receiver that I thought of that runs great routes. But Juju Smith-Schuster as a slot receiver. He was a very productive slot receiver for the Steelers when he could stay healthy because of his route running ability. And granted, he's also more that old school Hines Ward, over the middle of the field type of guy, just a big, strong, freak athlete who can really make the tough catches. That's also what makes him such a great slot receiver. And I tell you what, Juju's gonna have a big year in
think so?
KC with Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, because of Pat Mahomes.
Not because of Pat Mahomes, because Juju is also very, very, very good.
Yeah,
He's not an elite receiver, but he is a good NFL receiver.
He's a good receiver. He ain't bad.
People have been sleeping on him. Everybody gets caught up in the social media and the TikToks. He is a very talented receiver that his teammates love.
I think there's a reason why the market wasn't as strong for him.
Yeah, he ain't been able to stay healthy the last 2 years.
So,
coming off of torn labrum, I believe it was.
Yeah,
still got $10 million.
Yeah, he still got that. But again, I think the market for him,
it was lacking.
Yeah, it was lacking. But I think that's a good fit for him, honestly.
best free agent signing was the Bears signing Corey Blasingame.
Hey, man, you a loyal friend. That's what I will say about you, Ben. You are a loyal.
Oh, it's Bears down, baby.
That's right.
We riding with the Bears, and they play in Atlanta this year, Swain. You and I, we're going. Now, I
getting free tickets from Corey?
Yes and no.
What you mean? What you mean no? What you mean yes and no? How can you do both?
Corey,
are we getting tickets or not? Free?
No.
Why not?
The NFL takes the ticket price out of the paycheck of the player. And Corey is not Julio Jones or Patrick Mahomes. So, like, when I went to the Chiefs-Titans game.
So it's no.
Back in I guess no for you. I'm still going to go. When I went,
it ain't free.
Yeah, but I'm still going to go.
So the answer is no.
So you're not going to go?
I didn't say I was going to go. I asked you, are we getting tickets for free?
No. The answer is no.
Thank you. Thank you, Ben. Thank you. And that's okay.
Unless Corey randomly says, you know what? I got you.
That's
but
all right.
I don't
need free tickets. I got money.
I know you do. I mean, you're about to be the face of the sports animal. I mean, I know you got big pockets now.
You are the worst. Terrible.
But, yeah. The NFL takes him out of the paycheck. And
no,
I didn't want Corey. Corey's on that fullback salary.
He's on a 1-year deal, too.
No, Corey's making nice coin for himself. He's making 6 figures.
A lot of money.
But he ain't making Julio Jones money.
Well, there's a difference between living in Nashville and living in Lake Forest.
I'm assuming that's the area in Chicago.
Yeah, that's where the Bears facility is. This is in Lake Forest. So if he's gonna live around that area,
well, I don't.
It ain't
cheap.
It ain't the cheapest, but it's about a good 45 minutes out from the city, maybe 35, 45. But he's on a 1-year deal, so we ain't gonna do him like that.
Well, yeah, and I don't think that he'll live in Chicago. He'll just kind of be there for the season since it is a 1-year deal. He and his wife recently bought a house in Nashville, which I think they're actually going to move back to Atlanta.
He can rent. He can rent.
Rent.
He can rent a crib in Lake Forest.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. He should have less friends from Huntsville trying to get free tickets.
Not when he goes to Atlanta.
No, I'm talking about as far as like being with the Bears, because Nashville's like an hour and a half from Huntsville. They have to drive all the way up 65. It's a
long drive.
It's a longer drive to Chicago. Now, Atlanta, those friends, like you just said, those friends will be back and trying to get those tickets, but it ain't an hour and a half. It's 3.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm open.
We may have issues getting those Atlanta tickets because his wife is from Atlanta. His family is from Atlanta. It's closer than Chicago.
I don't need free tickets. NFL tickets ain't that high anyways, so we good. We good. It ain't higher than some of the college tickets when you play SEC games.
Yes, they are. It costs a pretty penny to sit up in the daggum nosebleed of NFL stadiums.
I got people on the Atlanta Falcons staff that I can.
See, we don't even need Corey.
See, I'm good.
We don't even need Corey.
We good. Remember, Thomas Stallworth is the head strength coach at the Falcons.
I forgot about that.
Uh-huh.
But I'm bearing down with you. What's y'all's hand signal? The Bears have a hand signal?
Yeah, yes. It's the 1-finger salute. It's that one. No. Can't
Bears down this year, baby.
That's right. There you go.
I'm rocking with you this year.
I think I like you now.
Justin Fields. Oh, Justin Fields. He's going to win MVP this year just because of the addition of Corey. I may even get a Justin Fields jersey.
All right, they ain't going overboard. Other McKee says pro games are much more expensive than college games. I haven't experienced that.
Well, that's because you're Jason Swain. Also, I just hope that you'll be able to be free to go with me to the game, because I know you're going to have your new BFF, Josh Ford. You're leaving me in the dust like you left Seth Stokes in the dust for me.
Seth left.
And you forgot about him.
No, I didn't forget about him.
I just hope that you can make time for me in your new venture.
Oh my God!
So when the schedule comes out, I'll hit you up. Swain, can you go to Atlanta this Sunday? We'll go watch Corey score a touchdown, beat Stokes Falcons, bear down with us. Can you break away from Josh for a day to come with me to Atlanta to the Bears Falcons game? I just hope that you'll be able to make time for me.
We got it, Bill.
I mean, you're the face of the station now.
Oh my God.
You got a new BFF. Actually, you have two new BFFs because there's 3 people associated with that show. So I just hope that you'll be able to make time for me.
I only met one.
Well, you gonna meet the other.
I only know
soon.
one. You're terrible. Moose, we addressed it. Pulled up, bro. I said bros before shows.
That's right.
That's good. Moose asked if we addressed it. I'm sure you have addressed it, but I've missed it. What's the rumors on Eric Gray returning? That's the rumors.
Just rumors.
That's the rumors. That is the rumor. That there's a possibility that he could return, but it's way too early to take it serious or give it much energy, honestly, guys. He's going to go through his spring. He has to graduate, and then if he wants to, and then if Tennessee wants to, it can happen, but there's still some warm feelings about Eric Gray from players on the team, and I think there's some warm feelings from Eric Gray still about Tennessee and players on the team.
Oh, yeah. Did you see Eric Gray's stats last year and the amount of carries that he got?
He didn't do anything.
I would be feeling Tennessee still, too.
Yep. I mean,
where do you think EG would have been RB number 1 last year in that pecking order, pre-Tyon leaving? With a healthy Tyon, healthy Jabari, where do you think Eric would have been in that pecking order?
RB1. Well, RB1. Because Eric takes care of his business on the field.
I really like Eric Gray. I hate that he kind of got caught up and lumped in with the Henry To'oTo'os of the guys that left.
Yeah, but he people assume that he's Henry To'oTo'o, but he
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, people assume, but
I really liked Eric.
There's a lot of guys who left and transferred to Tennessee that did not get Henry To'oTo'o treatment.
Correct.
So,
Absolutely. And I Eric, one of those.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I really liked his personality. I was always very impressed with him and how he handled himself on the field, off the field. I would love to see Eric Gray back in orange. And that running back room would be fun. Eric Gray, Jabari Small, Jalen Wright. I think Eric Gray would be perfect in this offense.
Oh, well, you ain't doing nothing but hurting the efforts of trying to put water on the rumor flames.
I mean, I'm just saying he'd be a great fit here.
He will be. But
he had 78 carries last year. He had 101 as a true freshman at Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
He rushed for less yards last year. He had the fewest carries in his career, fewest touchdowns in his career. He had the second most receptions, second most receiving yards, but even that was down from the previous year. I just think he'd be a great fit in this offense.
The grass is not always greener.
And also, he has a new coach now. He didn't sign up to play for Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma.
He's played. This will be his third coach.
But Oklahoma brought in Jeff Lebby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, he'll be perfectly fine.
Jeff Lebby pretty good, ain't he?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah.
So he'll be fine wherever he goes.
865 255 You and DR, man, I got so much in common.
Yeah, we're great people.
Sure.
Number 3 still open on offense, right? Oh, yeah, especially since Javonte Payton left. 3 still open. He can come back, get his old number. By the way, Caleb Webb, we were talking about the freshman receivers wearing numbers in the 80s and it not being cool anymore to do so. We did mention Caleb Webb wearing 84 and how that was Randy Moss's number, obviously. And he posted on Instagram a photo of him rocking the 84 in practice the other day and said something like 84 like Randy. So I guess he is wearing 84 because of Randy Moss.
Hey, when I think of 84, I think of Randy Moss.
I think of CP. I think of CP. Cordero better than Randy Moss. Did Randy Moss ever return as many kickoffs for touchdowns as CP?
Yeah, Cordero's a better returner.
Did Randy Moss ever rush for a touchdown in the NFL?
I'm sure he did.
Multiple? There's things right there. CP did that Randy couldn't.
Did you say CP was a better football player or receiver?
What?
Huh? Okay.
He rushed.
He's being goofy.
He did not rush for a touchdown in his career.
Oh, he at least had a reverse. Maybe that was at Marshall. Being goofy.
Did Randy return kicks? I would assume not.
Probably like special occasions, punts.
He actually did quite punts.
Punts he did.
Actually only 1 year. His 98 season was that his rookie year. He's 21 years old. He had 1 punt return, and then his second year, he had 17 returns and he had a touchdown, a punt return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
He returned 2 kickoffs when he 02 at 25 and 03 at 26. 1 return each year. 11 yards and 22 yards. He's no CP. We know that for fact.
You're terrible.
I just speak in facts.
Count says, are Solomon and Fields gone, and does that open up roster spots? They are gone. They're not on the spring roster, and that should open up spots.
Aubrey's was already open because technically he was a senior.
Mm-hmm.
So Aubrey Solomon.
But he had a chance to come back if he wanted to, right?
Yes.
Because of COVID.
Yes. But I don't believe that roster spot would have counted because of the COVID. It just would have been like the additional roster spot that you are allowed to have because of the free year of eligibility.
Yeah.
So
he didn't really care. He didn't really care much about football.
No. But that spot was already open. Like that spot has already been accounted for because he was a senior and already moving on. Tyus Fields, not a senior, and classified as a transfer. Although
I don't blame him.
He hasn't officially entered the portal unless I missed that.
Man, it's hard to keep up with everybody hitting the portal. But he's a guy that, he's been here for a while and has not cracked the depth chart in terms of being the number 1 guy.
I'm sure you'll see something in the next couple of days of Tyus Fields being in the portal, which would probably be a good move for him.
I agree 100%. All right, let's see what else is on the text box. See, I'm telling you, y'all are really the same people.
No.
Being flaring up the rumor mill, freaking love it.
Nope, I did not flare up the rumor mill.
Here you go, DR again.
I said nothing about the possibility of Eric returning.
To Henry T's defense, his dad did tell a fan he wasn't leaving. Oh, my gosh. DR Vol is on one today. DR Vol also says Swain missed having a co-host with hair.
Bald men do it better.
I agree. Always Vols, you're right. Sounds like we need to talk to some O-line guys to get them in the portal. And I agree.
We still need bodies for extra points.
865-255-03. Hour 3 coming up. Be right back.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Voted Best Barbecue in City View Magazine and a top 100 barbecue restaurant in the country, Dead End is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering and local delivery with Valet Gourmet. That's right, you can have Dead End brought to you. Can't think of the spread for your next event? Get Dead End to cater it. Check them out online, deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
At Iris Networks, we know that business communication solutions are critical to your success. Since 1998, we've been helping businesses in East Tennessee by providing reliable and affordable high-speed fiber internet and voice solutions. That's why Iris Networks is your Tennessee communications partner. With internet speeds up to 100 gigs and work-from-anywhere solutions like mobile apps, video conferencing, and file sharing, we make sure you can stay connected to your customers and great communities we live and work in. Iris Networks, because just like you, Tennessee is our home.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Just because you can't call in doesn't mean that you have to sit on the sideline. Impact the show with a text box. It's part of the free Swain Event app.
In this day and age, the way we work is changing and evolving. Businesses still moving forward despite your work location changing and supply shortages affecting a number of different areas. Office furniture is not immune to the halt in the supply chain. This is why Office Furniture Outfitters has purchased desks, chairs, and tables in bulk to provide you with in-stock options for your place of business, no matter if it's in an office building or at your house. Office Furniture Outfitters is the local supplier for Herman Miller, and they keep Aeron chairs in stock. They will come to your office, lay out, and make recommendations. No project is too big or too small. You can visit them on location at 17th Street and Grand Avenue in the Fort Sanders area or online at ofonox.com or give them a call at 865-524-3003. Office Furniture Outfitters, providing East Tennessee's biggest selection and best value for office furniture since 1995.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill, or call 865-693-5400. We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss PRP, platelet-rich plasma. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
Good to be back, Jason. We specialize in non-surgical orthopedics, so we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints, including rotator cuff injuries, knee injuries, and elbow and foot problems by using ultrasound-guided injections with PRP. And this form of treatment helps stimulate the body's own reparative process and assist in the healing of damaged tissue.
Doc, what makes your training different than others?
I've been practicing in Knoxville for over 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. They've been the leader in this form of treatment since 1983. I also teach this form of treatment on a national and international basis to other physicians, residents, and medical students. Here in our clinic, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own PRP, which are concentrated platelets, to treat your injury. So in other words, Jason, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Do what the pros, college athletes, and I have done, and visit them online at trsportsmedicine.com. Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine. East Tennessee's leader in PRP therapy. Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. Attaboy is brought to you by Made in Tennessee Business Fiber Internet from Iris Networks. Find business solutions for you at irisnetworksusa.com.
All right, it's time for Attaboy here on the program. Highlight some positivity. And this is a good one. This is a great one. This is what the NIL was meant for. Name, image, and likeness. Attaboy is brought to you by Iris Networks, USA.com. High quality fiber internet and voice. My attaboy goes to St. Peter's guard, Doug Edert, who announced on his Instagram page that he signed an NIL deal with Buffalo Wild Wings. He was promoting a campaign for the restaurant, and he launched a Dougie Buckets apparel collection with also Barstool Sports. If you don't know who Doug Edert is, he is the gentleman on St. Peter's basketball team with the mustache, who was given Kentucky buckets late in the game, had the three-point shot in the first round against Kentucky, and so he posted a photo of him holding a wing and 6 boxes of wings, boneless wings, bone-in wings, fries. We know he ain't eating that. He can't eat all that. He's going to have bubble guts on the court. But this is what the NIL is made for. This is amazing. This is awesome. This is a win-win for the restaurant, the company. And this is a win for the athlete. So really, really cool moment, and I'm giving the moment an attaboy. That is my attaboy for today. Bring in the positivity. Go St. Peter's. That's the team I'm rooting for. And you know what, man? I think I've evolved a little bit. Remember, I'm the guy that don't like Cinderella teams to go too far. Like, all right, make it interesting, but at the end of the day, ain't nobody trying to see like a little Chicago winning the national championship. But St. Peter's, I'm okay with them going all the way and winning it, man. I'm okay. I think I turned the corner.
I hope Purdue beats St. Peter's by 30.
Purdue, after what Purdue did to us a couple of years ago?
Here's why. As I am in my misery after Tennessee's loss to Michigan, I go back out to my seat on the court. I get back out there when they're playing Murray State with about 12 or so minutes left in the first half. Mm-hmm. And where my seat was positioned on the floor was right in front of the St. Peter's family section.
Okay.
And St. Peter's best player, or one of their better players, one of their post players, it wasn't Eater or the light-skinned brother who was knocking down all the threes against Kentucky.
Okay.
Rocking the pink shoes. It was one of their post players. His brother and his friends were right behind me. And Swain, when I tell you they were the most obnoxious, ignorant people I have ever stumbled upon in my life, I am at a sporting event, I guess I should say. I am not exaggerating. They were awful. They were spilling their drinks on me and all the other people on the media row. They were yelling cuss words like I'd never seen before for a game and a half.
It's Jersey.
One of the most obnoxious scenes I have ever witnessed in my life. It was pathetic.
They're Northerners, man. They don't care about cussing and offending people. That's what they do. Not saying it's right, but I understand what you're saying.
They annoyed the living crap out of me.
That's why you're picking against them?
Yes, because I want those guys.
Gonna go home.
It's not even the players. It's the family members. I want them to suffer. I want them to be miserable sitting there watching Purdue beat in the brains of St. Peter's. I've never seen more ignorant behavior than what I had to deal with. And they were right behind me. They were spilling drinks on people.
On purpose?
It
was an accident. They say sorry?
Accident, but didn't say sorry. And kept doing it when the security, like several security guards were like, y'all got to chill. And they were like, nah, we ain't chilling. N-word, N-word, N-word. Bye, 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 bye.
Okay.
And like,
all right.
Shaheen Holloway, is that the coach's name?
Mm-hmm.
His, like, wife was, like, you saw the little section for Jalen Rose and, like, Chris Webber?
Because he got little kids was right there. With
Yes.
the mom.
Yes.
It's like 2 or 3 of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these folks were right behind them. And
acting a fool,
dog cussing,
All right.
spilling drinks, standing on the seats.
All right, you convinced me.
Not
buddy.
listening to the security guards.
You convinced me.
And this is on top of St. Peter's upsetting my Murray State Racers and sending Matt McMahon to LSU.
That's the real reason.
And I just sit through all
That's
this
the real reason.
obnoxiousness. It's another reason.
Your love
I
for
just-
Josh.
I had to sit through all the obnoxiousness after I'm already miserable because Tennessee lost in stupid fashion.
So the real reason is
It was not
because
pleasant.
you're loyal to John Morant.
No, that was the second reason. The main reason is because I want, it was like in Efu, or I don't know the guy's name, the post player. He's like number 11. His family. That's my brother out there. You expect me to be calm? You expect me to just sit here and be civil? That's my brother out there. What do you expect me to do? That's what he kept yelling at the security guards.
Yeah, sit your ass down and be quiet.
God, he
You
was
can cheer.
so
Like, you can cheer,
annoying.
but my goodness.
It was over the top, and he had like 4 or 5 buddies. And here's the other thing: they smelled like straight weed, and I don't look. That's their thing. I don't care. It don't bother me. Not my thing. I don't judge, but I can't still stand the smell of it.
Oh yeah, it's funky.
It gives me a headache.
It's funky.
And they was funky.
Ah, so
It was just a combination of things that drove me crazy. So I just want them to sit there and suffer as they are watching their brothers get their heads beat in by Purdue. It was this guy. Oh my God, Drame.
Okay.
Fusini Drame.
Okay. Chip Payne does bring up a good point, though, Ben.
I don't care what Chip Payne has to say.
It's a great point.
Okay, I'll listen.
It's a great point.
Actually, is this dude Casey and Defu? This guy, senior from Elkmont, New York.
Oh yeah. So Chip Payne says, but Ben, I bet half of those St. Peter fans are Yankee fans. How dare you turn on your homies?
Definitely Mets fans. They're definitely Mets fans.
That's great.
They're from Queens. They're Mets fans.
Let's go to the phones. 865-250-5503.
The one, the only, Neil and Mafia.
Neil and Mafia. Mafia. Good morning, Neil and Mafia.
Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning, family.
Am I in trouble?
No. Swain, I'm doing a blog for this new thing called, our new site called the UC, and
the what?
I needed a comment from you.
What's the website? What's the site?
It's the UC.
The UC?
UCD.
Oh, you got him. You got him. That was a good one.
But anyway, Adam Schefter is this just come across. He is reporting terms of your contract have leaked. 5 years, $31 million. Congratulations. But that's making you the highest paid person over there, and as the senior man, Jimmy Himes is demanding contract renegotiation starter. He's going to go start a cooking show. And I need a comment from you on how you see all this shaking out.
I think if Jimmy Himes cooks nothing but gumbo, he'll crush my deal.
You think so?
Oh, no, so. That gumbo
man,
is unique. I've never seen anything like it.
It is that. Yeah, that very good comment. And I'm going to quote you on this in the UC. Now you're gonna be sure to look for UC, aren't you?
No, I'm not looking for that. I'm good.
Are you gonna look?
No, I'm not looking. I've already looked at Jonathan Wade's timeline. I've seen enough.
That's D.R. Vall's specialty.
Oh dear God, Jonathan. Oh, Swain, what are you doing? What are you doing to me?
I was bamboozled. I was tricked. I was hoodwinked. I didn't know.
Led astray.
I was, man.
You didn't land on that. It landed on you.
It did not, and I hope it does not. You're terrible.
Oh man. Just one actual quick question. Inside the receiver room and everything, we kind of know that Jalen Hyatt didn't exactly. His sophomore wasn't, the breakout after what we saw from his freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
And if there are any indications, and I know it's early, but any indications about, can we look at that being an aberration and him really coming back and having a kind of a breakout junior year, or should we just kind of tamper expectations and look for one of the new guys to maybe start really excelling in the slot? Have a good day, guys.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for the phone call. Do you think that's a difficult question, Ben?
No.
Before I answer it?
No.
Pretty easy, huh?
Yeah.
Easy for a guy like you.
Me? He asked you.
Top flight Tennessee beat writer of the world.
Look, I'm my days of helping you are over. If you need to phone a friend, you can call your buddy Josh Ward.
I don't need no help on this one. So,
I'm on my own now. Forget you. I thought of bros before shows. I'm stealing that from. Was that Chip Payne who said that?
No, it was Bulldog Brian.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because Chip Payne don't come up with good ideas or good sayings. I mean, how is it that we have to rely on a Georgia fan more than we can rely on Chip Payne?
Chip Payne brought up a good point. You just want to totally ignore it.
But it wasn't a good point because it was inaccurate. They're all Mets fans. I saw Mets hats on each one of them.
Now you're making
they had a Mets tattoo right on their neck. By the way, did you remember to wash off your?
I did wash it off.
I still see it.
No, you don't.
I swear I see the eye in the end.
That's a lie.
I know it's not. You ever take a picture of it?
No.
I'm doing it because you don't.
I got a
believe me.
sweatshirt on.
I still see your neck rolls.
Neck rolls? Stop. Get out of here. If I throw your phone like
look, this
Nurkic.
next break you're gonna go. This next break you're gonna go into that bathroom and you're gonna look and you're like, dang, Ben was right. See, I know you've gone away from the bros before shows, but I have not gone away from the bros before shows.
I'm answering Neil Mafia's question. So, I would stay in the middle. I wouldn't sit here and just go, oh, well, I don't know what, Jalen Hyatt's not going to, he's not going to do anything because he didn't have a great sophomore season after a encouraging freshman season. I'm not going to sit here and say that, all right, he's going to have a breakout. I honestly don't know what Jalen Hyatt's going to do because it depends on Jalen Hyatt at the end of the day. He has an opportunity. Number one, he's going to have to stay healthy. Number two, he's going to have to be consistent. And he's done everything I think that has been asked of him up to this point, but he's going to have to continue to get better. Everyone gets caught up in straight line speed. It's more than just straight line speed. There's a lot of things that Jalen needs to work on. And he has to make plays in space. And contested catches. He did a good job of doing that in the bowl game. Had a nice catch for a touchdown.
Helped me make a nice video.
It was a contested catch. But he's going to have to make those plays more often for me. The game is not played in T-shirts and shorts. So I'm neutral.
What do you think the early returns are this offseason on Jalen Hyatt?
Early returns based on routes versus air and shorts?
No. Just off-season workouts and
positive.
Kind of flushing last year and
positive.
And taking strides
positive.
off the field.
Yeah, positive. Positive so far. Mm-hmm. But it's an everyday thing. It's one of the best things I've ever learned from David Cutcliffe. It's not a sometimes thing. It's an all the time thing. So you can do it for a week, you can do it for 2, you can do it for a month. It's all the time. Have you proven that you can do it all the time? Have you proven that you can do it when we can count on you? And until that, I have to reserve judgment and simply tell you that at this point, he has done everything that has been asked of him. He has improved. Physically, he's gained weight. He's bigger. He still needs to get quicker, going side to side. There's a lot of things with his mechanics, with his routes that he needs to clean up. But this is why you practice. This is why you have the facilities that are available to you, that you can go work on those things when you're not practicing. I remember the year, actually it was a year before Derek Barnett left. Like Derek Barnett was on the field after every practice, getting work in. After every practice. Cam Sutton was a guy that used to get work in all the time after practice, his junior season. You have resources that are available to you. In the spring is not as grueling as fall camp. Fall camp, I mean, you can barely walk sometimes after practice or before practice. But you always try to find things to do to have an edge. And this is what I feel like a lot of players need to understand, is that you're not necessarily competing with just guys in the room, same room as you. Man, you're competing against every receiver in the country. If the NFL is something that you want to do. Now, if it's not something you want to do, then, I mean, whatever. But if you want to be the best of the best, then you have to treat it like you're competing against everybody in the country. So when you're not doing something, someone is. And they're getting better than you. If you want to go to the NFL, that's the difference between you being drafted 40th overall and maybe drafted 60th overall. And that's money. And if you have that mentality, you'll get better each and every day. And not just Jalen Hyatt, but everybody. Like, if you do that, you'll be fine when it's time for your name to be called in terms of the evaluation process, combine, pro day, all that stuff. But to go back to Neil Mafia's question, I'm not saying one or the other with Hyatt, because I need to see more. I need to see it more consistently. But I will tell you that he has gotten better. He has gotten stronger. He's gotten bigger. He just needs to continue to get quicker. And we already know he's fast.
Football quick.
Yeah, but football quick. Yeah, football quick. Shiftier. But we know he's fast.
Do you think he's strictly a slot guy?
Right now,
I guess.
Right now he is.
I guess Kelsey Pope and Josh Heupel and Alex Golish, they'll make the decision that they feel is best. But from what you see, I mean, do you think he's strictly a slot guy, even if he taps into his potential, or is he a guy that could be an outside receiver?
He could be, but right now he's strictly slot until he proves otherwise, and that's being able to, get off press coverage and
be stronger.
Yeah, definitely need to be stronger. So right now, slot guy. Right now, limited, but he continues to work the way he is. He'll be versatile. He can move inside out and be unguardable, but he's not unguardable right now. He's very guardable right now, and that's something that you don't want. You want to be a matchup problem. It doesn't matter if it's a safety, if it's a corner. You want to be a problem for other teams. Simple as that. And he has the tools to do it. He has the physical tools to do it. It's about mental, which is 90% of the game. Hour 3 continues after this.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design. Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the MN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com.
Good morning, Swain Event crew. The new year is here and it's the 2022 East Tennessee real estate season. As I always do, I'm going to shoot straight with you. If you have a home to sell, then you need to give me a call ASAP. Inventory is low and I will get you the most money possible and more than you think trying to sell it on your own. If you are a seller that also needs to buy a home, you need to call me ASAP, as there are ways I can help you manage that situation and stay in your home until we find what you want. If you are looking to buy, you need to call me ASAP. You absolutely need someone on your side to help navigate the current waters, and you need someone that's going to do their homework and find homes that aren't on the market yet. Bottom line, you need to call me today ASAP. Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897. If you are buying, selling, or considering investing in real estate this year, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. I hope to hear from you soon, and go Vols!
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. Ben McKee, Jason Swain, here on the program. Download the free Swain Event app for Android, Apple devices. And it's not going anywhere. Swain Event app is not going anywhere. The Swain Event, the show itself, is not going anywhere. Is it going to look different? Absolutely, it's going to look different. But it's not going anywhere. It's not leaving. There still will be a Swain Event.
Yes.
It's just going to look different.
Yes.
Wahoo! It will look different. And the way it will look different is there will not be a morning show daily. There will be a show once a week. Have not figured out when that show is going to be. Have not figured out a time. There's a lot of moving parts. There's Tennessee Prime. That was a show that me and VolQuest guys co-created to take a step forward in the NIL game here, providing coverage of our players in season. And so how's that going to factor in? And honestly, I do not know right now. Do not know. But Tennessee Prime, will be a thing. But how it look next year, don't know. The start date, because Josh Ward does not have a co-host. He does not have a co-host, and he has not had a co-host for almost 2 weeks. No, it's been 2 weeks. Probably been longer than that. He was out for a week because the birth of his daughter, but they have not had a co-host for 3 weeks. And so the start date is going to be April the 4th, which means the last morning show of the Swain Event is going to be April the 1st.
Ha, nice April Fool's joke. Funny guy, you.
I wish it was a joke. Like when I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. So the last morning Swain Event is going to be on April Fool's. No one's going to believe that. No one's going to believe that until I guess we turn on the morning show Monday and be like, oh, where's the show? So I wish I had like all these details to line up, but Josh Ward is basically without a co-host, and he's been doing it for 3 weeks now. So I know Sports Animal wants to get the new show up and going and running, and certainly understand that, respect that, and agree. And so the last morning show will be next Friday. Next Friday will be the last morning show of the Swain Event. But the Swain Event is not going anywhere. We will do a show every week. It just won't be every single morning and every single day. That's the situation. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. So I hope that gives some more clarification. I got a text yesterday from someone that was like, hey, if I come in town, how about you let me come on and co-host on on the 7th. I was like, well, I just been informed that we're gonna be doing a show on the 7th. So that's the latest. That's the latest. So as soon as we have more details about when the Swain Event will be on, what day, which I'll know soon. I'll make that decision soon. I don't want it to run into future Tennessee events. I know we have basketball that usually is played on the midweek games are usually played on
Tuesday,
Wednesday. So we want to stay away from that because we don't want people to have to choose what to listen to and watch. That's silly. Rick Barnes and that program is doing.
Baseball is Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, so stay away from Tuesday, Wednesday. So
not gonna do Friday night.
Not gonna do Friday night because y'all gonna be going out partying.
Y'all.
So, people listening. People get it in on Fridays, man. I mean, it's time to let your hair down, have a drink, so go out, socially have a good time. So, Fridays are good. So we're gonna treat this like the Fresh Prince back in the day when the Fresh Prince used to come on like once a week. It was appointment television and it was on every week at a certain time, prime time. And that's how we're gonna treat the Swain Event moving forward. And who knows? We may have individuals on the Swain Event platform doing their own show. So we have the capabilities of doing that, and we'll certainly explore that. And it's not a sad time. Last week was kind of sad, but it is a time. It's a season for change, and I think the changes will be better for a lot of people, and that's what's going on. So that's the situation. The update. 865-255-03 tomorrow. Ben is going to cover Tony Vitello's press conference or his media time. So we'll have that to discuss tomorrow. But all right. Their own show. Nilla Mafia. Nilla Mafia, you want your own show? All right, man. Von Birmingham says he's happy, but at the same time sad. Just go ahead and let Ben get a co-host and have the morning show on the Swain Event. Yeah, Ben, you are more than happy. You are more than willing to come over here every morning, you and your new co-host. You can call it the Ben McKee Show. And you are allowed to have a studio, Ben. I'm extending that offer to you.
I appreciate the offer. Why don't you just turn the button on, and I'll patch in through Zoom.
If you want to have your own show, you got it, my friend.
These gas prices. Although it's going to be about the same drive for me.
Oh man.
We not giving DR Vol his own show. The Swain Event app would get canceled.
It would. I would cancel it. I would cancel it. The Andy and McKee Show.
No.
The Ben and Baby Ben Show.
How about Ben, DR Vol, and Volstorm?
Y'all do it. Y'all do y'all show, man.
All right, DR Vol and Volstorm, I need y'all to quit y'all's day job or see if you can push it back to going in at 11.
Yeah, here's the thing. Just like me, you got to go sell your own advertising. Good luck.
We're keeping yours.
Go sell your own advertising. Good luck.
Volstorm or DR Vol's job.
Oh, man. Oh, goodness. Monday evenings. What goes on Mondays?
Nothing. It probably will have to be Monday because, like, during football season, Vol Calls is on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, it would be. No, it wouldn't be Tuesday, Wednesday. It'd probably be Monday or Thursday.
Yeah, those are the nights that nothing is going on during football season.
So those are the two choices: Monday or Thursday.
And then Tennessee Prime. Who knows if that's going to look different next year?
It may. It may look different. No, it's going to look different. But it's going to be better.
We'll be on the same day. That's more so what I was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
I know it's early. Obviously, it's March.
Yeah, I don't know that right now, but I do know Tennessee Prime will be bigger and better. That's what I do know. It's going to be bigger and better. I don't know if it's going to be on the same day, same time, but it's going to be bigger and better. I do know that. So a lot of people loved it last year, and I think it's going to be in a better spot next year. So. Volstorm, stop. Always dead end. Dead end over everything. You already know. Nilla Mafia and Big Orange Mac, yeah, they should have their show. They can do a show on the Swain Event platform all day. I'm down for that. That'd be amazing. All right, let's go back to the phones.
Chip in Jackson.
Chip in Jackson. Chip, good morning.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's
How we
up,
doing
Chip?
today?
We're good, man. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, real quick, just wanted to, along with everyone else, tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys, man. It's going to be different, and I totally get it. Not to say that I, little, not disappointed. I don't think that's the right word, but I'm going to miss you guys because I have listened to y'all every day, and the day just doesn't seem right without, hearing something from you guys. So really do appreciate all you guys do. I don't think you'll, ever really fully grasp, who all you reach. But really do appreciate you guys. Y'all do a great job, and there's other outlets to listen to, but nothing compares to you guys. I really do mean that. I'm gonna miss it. But in any event, I'll be listening to, the other program or whatnot, when you guys join on and be supporting them. Real quick, just a quick question pertaining to linebackers, and I know spring practice just started, so there's no real for sure answer on this, but what does the inside linebackers room look like? Have y'all heard anything else pertaining to Mitchell? Is he staying? Is he going? Is he going to be an integral part? You think they'll hit the transfer portal up for that? And just let me know your thoughts on that. And again, appreciate you guys. Listen every day.
Thank you, Chip. Appreciate.
Thank you for the kind words.
Words, man. Oh boy, thanks a lot, Chip.
Juwan Mitchell is still around.
Mm-hmm. We didn't mention him earlier when we were talking about linebackers.
Yes.
And D from the 423 on the text box was like Juwan Mitchell. So yes, he's still around.
Yes, I don't know what Juwan Mitchell is going to bring to the table. Coming off of pretty significant shoulder surgery, needed to be bought in more last year, to be quite frank. So, I'm not really counting on him, to be honest with you. Maybe I need to, but
you don't need to count on him right now.
I'm not until he proves otherwise, quite frankly.
I think that's fair. I think it's fair. You do something, then we can count on you.
Right.
We looked at him coming from Texas and felt like, all right, he's going to be an upperclassman. He was one of the leading tacklers in the Big 12. He was the leading tackler for Texas coming in. He's going to be in the SEC. He probably is going to treat this as an opportunity to go to the league. I mean, with all those factors, yeah, he should come in here and be very productive. And that was not the case. So why should anyone look at him and go, well, he's going to do it this year? No. Prove it first. Prove it. You got to prove it now. So it's already a surprise that he's still on the roster, honestly. I thought he would leave. I thought he would leave after the season. But
I thought there's zero chance he'd be back.
But that just tells you how college athletics really are. At the end of the day, these are young men. They're young men. And they got more pressure on them now than ever in college athletics. You take in social media. Then you got NIL. You got players on the team making money. So now you probably feel a certain type of way about yourself, good or bad, and maybe that motivates you to do what you need to do to put yourself in that same position. You did not want to buy into a coach that hasn't proved anything at the SEC level, and Josh Heupel as the head coach starting off. Now he has proven that he can hang. Okay, let me get myself together. Maybe you had some personal things going on. I've been through that as a player, where mentally I had some personal things going on, some hurdles I had to get over, how injuries affected me. You just never know. Sometimes there's a little pushback when you have a new coach. And then one incident, one thing can happen, and now you're totally bought in because you realize that coach really does have your back. That coach really does know what he's talking about, and he really wants the best for you. So you just never know. You never know. But I'm glad that if he is back, that he's gonna tap in, lock in, and know that, man, this is a pretty great opportunity for him to kind of live out some of his goals and dreams I'm sure he set for himself. You're playing in the SEC. It's not like it's a stacked room. Our fans are awesome. There's NIL opportunities if you take care of business on the football field. It's either now or never. Because once your career is over, it's a wrap. It's over. So maybe he turns the switch, or maybe the switch has already been turned on, and we haven't seen it yet. But
he's talented enough,
yeah,
to make an impact. I don't think that he'll ever be an eraser. I think people assumed that he was going to be an eraser coming over from Texas, and I thought that was always wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But he is certainly talented and athletic enough to be a key piece to the defense and have an impact. There's no doubt about it. And boy, would that be huge for Tennessee if they could get the best out of him.
I agree, man. I agree with you. I agree. 865-255-03, Hour 3, powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design. Fellas, when it's time to freshen up that wardrobe, there's only one play to make, and that's to go see my friends at Mark Nelson Denim in downtown Knoxville. Find the latest in small batch denim in the heart of Knoxville. Denim isn't all they do though. Mark Nelson also does custom suiting and blazers. Let your personal style shine with Mark Nelson. If you don't have time to go shopping for yourself but still want that fresh look, then sign up for the MN Society. Let the experts handle the shopping and get $300 worth of merchandise for just $150 every other month. That's 6 times per year to keep you looking styling every day. Let Mark Nelson Denim help you be the best you, because when you look good, you feel good. Go to marknelsondenim.com.
Good morning, Swain Event crew. The new year is here and it's the 2022 East Tennessee real estate season. As I always do, I'm going to shoot straight with you. If you have a home to sell, then you need to give me a call ASAP. Inventory is low and I will get you the most money possible and more than you think trying to sell it on your own. If you are a seller that also needs to buy a home, you need to call me ASAP, as there are ways I can help you manage that situation and stay in your home until we find what you want. If you are looking to buy, you need to call me ASAP. You absolutely need someone on your side to help navigate the current waters, and you need someone that's going to do their homework and find homes that aren't on the market yet. Bottom line, you need to call me today ASAP. Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897. If you are buying, selling, or considering investing in real estate this year, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. I hope to hear from you soon, and go Vols!
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
Swain Event and SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant in America. It's just me for the last couple of minutes. Ben McKee going to media availability for Tennessee football. Also, we'll be covering baseball like he does every single day and does a great job of doing. So I want to take a look at the text box. Also, if you want to give us a call before we wrap up today's show, got a couple minutes left. You can do that at 865-255-03. But want to make sure that we get in all the messages that we can. Raleigh Vol says, y'all need to let my fiance know I need to be moving to Knox and hit up Jennifer Morris rather than purchasing in Raleigh this fall. Oh, yeah, give Jennifer a call. Please. Jennifer got your back. She got your back. 865-257-7897. Give her a call. Give her an email at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. Give her a shout. Absolutely. Definitely not counting on Mitchell too much of anything, quite frankly, from CJ Vol. I mean, I think that's the right approach. I think as a fan, we look at our players and we think the best of them because they playing for the team that we cheer for. And so we kind of project that productivity on them before they actually have it. And that's not fair for them. And it's not really fair to yourself because all you're doing is setting yourself up for disappointment because you're expecting something that they have not proven that they can do yet. So you let them go do it first. There was nothing wrong with being encouraged and excited about Juwan Mitchell coming in, because I was. My goodness, you take one of the best leading tacklers in the Big 12 and you throw him on a defense that needs players, you just assume that he's going to be productive, but it wasn't physical with him, except for the injuries. It was mental. So now you get that handled and taken care of, and hopefully he's able to come out there and ball out. But until he does that, I'm going to hold off any type of expectation from him. We will get into the portal. Riley Vol asked, will you think we get back into the portal still? Absolutely. Absolutely. The portal's going to be our best friend during the spring. It is going to be our best friend. Do we need a faster linebacker next to Jeremy Banks from ATL VFL? Yes, we need a more athletic linebacker. We need athletic linebackers, period. We need bigger, stronger, faster, quicker players at every position. But yes, certainly need more speed at linebacker. And it's no slight to someone like Solon Page. He's doing the best that he can. He's doing everything that he's coached to do. But you match him up against Cook at Georgia, and what do you expect to happen? Athletes in space win. The quicker, faster, more physically talented guy usually wins those battles. So you want to get guys that can cover in space a little bit better. No doubt about it. ATL VFL says the Monday show could be 1 2-hour analysis of the football game and preview of the following week. Yeah, the new Swain event, there's an option. I think Monday or Thursday looks like it's going to be the best days as we sit today. Don't want to mess up basketball. Basketball usually played for Tennessee on a Tuesday or Tuesday or Wednesday, So we want to avoid that. There's always things going on, so it's going to be hard to avoid every single thing. But Monday and Thursday looks like the best day to continue the Swain event in the evenings. So that's going to be the change. Next week will be the last full week of the Swain event in the mornings. And then we'll be, I won't say going our separate ways, but we will be going to a different place and possibly some different roles. And we don't know what the future is going to hold, but we do know the future is bright, which is why we made the move. The best move for Ben's career, best move for my career, and for our families, and that's what we're doing. And there's a relentless pursuit of daily improvement, I know, for Ben. So there's no reason to worry about Ben or worry about Ben's going to be good. I told Ben that there was a time when Ben was at a community college in Huntsville. Didn't know what he wanted to do. Working at a shoe store. And every year there are hundreds of journalism majors that graduate from the University of Tennessee. And look what Ben has done in a short few years after graduating. Ben's going to be all right. Ben's a beast. He's going to be just fine. Got love for y'all. Thank you, Chip Jackson, for calling in. Really appreciate you sharing that love. That means everything to us. And it's going to be hard, man. Next week's going to be tough. We put a lot into this product each and every day, each and every week. And people don't know the grind. We joke around about getting it out of the mud. We really, really had to do that to have a show. Really had to do that. So it would not be possible without the grind, the mentality of us, but it also would not be possible without you. So we really, really appreciate you, and that ain't gonna ever change. So we will be back tomorrow. Swain event fueled by Daddy and Barbecue, Hour 3, powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Make your health a priority and schedule your annual health assessment covered by most health insurance. You can pay as little as $100 if you don't have insurance for that annual health assessment at the Low T Center. Go to their website at lowtcenter.com for more details. Your number one place for men's wellness, guys. They'll test for those prostate levels. They'll test for that, see how your kidney is functioning, cholesterol, glucose, and more. Low T's, they'll test for all of that. Make sure, guys, that you're feeling like the best version of yourself. That's Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. I'm Jason Swain, and for Ben McKee, who's on his way to put in some work, hope y'all have a great day. Peace and much love. We are out. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.